Put your hands together for the Jets! I think we got a crush on you!
The Jets is not about one person, it's about a family. It's about a group of people. When people come experience the Jets, they're experiencing a name and a family. But they don't quite associate an actual person. We're kind of like Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know the name, you know the hits, but you don't really know the individuals.
Presenting the Jets.
Hi, I'm Leroy. I'm Eddie. I'm Eugene. I'm Heine. And I'm Rudy.
I'm Kathy. I'm Elizabeth. And I'm Moana.
And we're the Jets!
So people wonder, you're from Tonga, but your last name is Wolfgram? Doesn't make sense. 5 brothers come from Germany in the 1800s, come to get the gold rush, somehow wound up in the Sandwich Islands, that then winds up in Tonga, married my great-great-great-grandmother, who was a Tongan, and they moved all their brothers from Germany to Tonga at the time, and that's kind of like where the roots come from.
My parents came here in 1965, and they were immigrants. And they came here, they were members of the LDS Church, and of all places, they come to Utah. And when they get here, it's in October, it's snowing, and they realize that they actually left paradise and came here to the promise. They call it the Promised Land.
You know, he lived the American dream. He loved to lift weights, and he made it all the way to becoming Mr. Utah and also Mr. Rocky Mountain. He worked out with Larry Scott, who was a really huge bodybuilder back in the day, and Franco Columbu, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger. My dad has stories of work competing with him in Colorado.
And Schwarzenegger needed to borrow his shorts because he forgot his shorts on one of the deals, and yeah, you can use my shorts.
My mom and dad had 17 kids, and at the time, my parents had 10 kids and was trying to figure out a way to feed all of us. And he had all kinds of different jobs, opportunities, kind of on the lower end, blue collar, just whatever he can find.
And from there, it just, living the American dream. He had 2 or 3 cars. He loved Volkswagens, and just thought, oh, this is great, but I want something more than that.
When we arrived here, one of his sisters was the entertainer. She had a group, Polynesian group. It's called the Polynesian Pearls. And that's how we started. She wanted all her sisters plus me to be a part of the group and learn the dance and sing and so we can perform and as a family.
We had an aunt here, it's actually my dad's oldest sister, had a Polynesian review show that she had established here in the 60s. And so my mom kind of joined in as a hula dancer and that was sort of her first introduction into showbiz, and they did a lot of the luau's at churches here locally and company party luau's, and that's kind of what they did. My dad was one of the performers, and so as parents, that's kind of where they got their foot wet. And I remember as a kid always being around luau's and entertainment.
I think in 1977, he was sitting around watching TV with my mom and saw the Jackson 5 one Friday night, I think it was, and also the Osmond family.
Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, dies August of 1977. My mom and dad were devastated. They're huge Elvis fans. And we were watching all the different tributes on TV, And I guess my dad was so touched by it, he said, I want us to do music.
My dad says, hey, I got a new idea. We're going to start a band.
And he just said, if we do this, we'll all stay together and we'll be together and we'll be able to travel the world. And he just convinced us that this is the best thing to do, is become a band. And we all believed it.
And he said, would you like to all travel the world? You want to stay in hotels and stuff like that? Yeah, Dad. We were all like young. I was 10 years old down, and we just, yes, we want to do this. And then he said, the other alternative is we can do yard work, which we were doing. We did cutting trees and doing that kind of thing. He said, no, drop the yard working. Let's do the music.
Raise hand to be a yard work, and I get down. Rudy, the young was the time. Live up to be a musician. The three up the hand. Okay, we do the musician.
So we were surprised one day that we came home and he had taken his savings, I think it was like $2,000, and went down to Jock's guitar and drum shop in Sugar House here in Salt Lake City, and I think he bought everything they had.
I saw a drum set, guitar amp, guitar, bass, and an organ. And they were just all in our dining room. And my dad, okay, we got the band. Roy, you get on the guitar, and Heine, get on there. And that's kind of how it started.
Luckily, my brother had the talent. He was given maybe 2 weeks of piano lessons, guitar lessons, and then after that, he would just pick it up, and then he would pick up the keyboards. He was already picking up drums, taught us all the instruments.
Those days, we had to turn on the radio and try to figure out what chord that is, and he would kind of teach me some of the notes on the bass, and he had a natural feel for the drums, so he picked those up quick and taught Rudy.
I told Roy that I never touched it, how to touch the string. And as I listen to your mom, in the Polynesian, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And after thing happened over there, Roy climbed up quickly how to scale. And say, don't listen no more to mom. Close your eye and you play the music, professional, and you figure out your finger how the scale of the guitar, bass, organ, the whole thing.
We got going. One of the first songs we learned was "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," from Elvis. And so I kind of picked it up by ear. My mom also taught me guitar because she knew a little bit guitar notes, and that's how it kind of went.
We started Reunited. It was an effort for our whole family to get back together and work together. But so much time had passed that I think there were a lot of things that weren't healed properly, and I guess we all just kind of tolerated each other.
The Jets has, being a family, it's always been tough. I think it was easier when we were younger. When we were teenagers and we just listened to our parents and we had managers, it was a lot easier to go, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And as we've grown, obviously, you become adults and you have your own views.
And so with her going her way and us, it literally split right down the half. You had Kat, Elizabeth, and Eddie, who joined that side. And of course, the original founders was myself, Leroy, Heine, and Rudy, and my other brother Donnie, and us. We stayed with my parents.
A lot of the reactions from the fans was, we love all of you guys. We just want you guys to be together. And I'm glad that a lot of the fans were responding that way.
I'll actually tell you one of the main points of disagreement was track show versus live.
The track shows were a good thing and a bad thing. It was one of the reasons why we're broken up today.
Her argument was, well, they only want to see the lead singers, but the Jets were never known for a very specific lead singing group. We were a family band with a bunch of hits.
The problem with a track show is that, we're a band, there's like 8 people on stage. And to do a track show, you can't afford to get everyone out there.
thank goodness my dad had 17 kids, you know. All right, get Sister Visa and Kalela. So, all right, let's do it. Next thing you know, we're practicing. We've got everything back up, and we're doing the shows like we used to do it, man. We're rocking.
Right. Woo! Come on, people. Las Vegas, what's up, y'all?
Well, I am number 13, number 7 girl, and then 13 out of 17.
I consider myself helping the family. We were all raised in the music business, so I don't see myself as like, oh, I'm replacing my older sister. No, this, you know, with the current issues going on with the group being broken up, we're helping the family.
Bam. Clap your hands, everybody. Woo! Yeah, come back. A 1, 2, hit it.
Okay, which one?
Keep going.
Is it that way? Let's stop it right here. I forgot. The three of us are going to run in. And
Because we had been out of the market for a while, you know what I mean, and which was really understandable. We had to kind of reinvent ourselves, reintroduce ourselves into the market. We had opportunities to do some huge reunion 80s shows, you know, with Vanilla Ice, En Vogue, and all these. But what was required because of the having so many multiple bands on the stage, the only way that these promoters could really pull that off is kind of have people do track shows.
Yeah, we'll get it together. We're just marking it until we tighten it up. Mark it. Freeze. Bam.
A track show is when an artist goes and does a show using tracks and sings live over pre-recorded tracks from their album. That's now something that a lot of groups are doing when you do a big concert with a bunch of other acts. And it's actually a good promotional tool because you get to be in front of thousands of people who remember you. And you have all your other artists like us, Vanilla Ice, Salt and Pepper, Expose, Tiffany, Debbie Gibson. We're all there. We're doing all of our hits to our tracks. And all of the people that remember that era when we came out come to see a concert where they can reminisce. I remember an awkward time. We did a show last year in 2015 where me and Juana were on stage doing a show in Anaheim, and my brother Heinu, who sings Rocket to You, was out in the crowd. And, you know, I felt like, gosh, Juana, we should at least get him on stage.
But what made it fun is we found a way to kind of mesh and work with the track. And so it's kind of a half live, so Heine would be live on the bass, I'd be live in guitar doing my solos. And so it felt good. The only thing missing was just the drums, but you know, we have to kind of go with the flow because there's 10 other acts.
Yes. All right, Rudy, show what you can do, y'all.
You found a crush on you.
Jump. Ooh, ooh.
You found a crush on you.
Verse.
Oh, yeah.
A little freedom, then you go. Then.
There we go, yeah. No, we do that part. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
do the what
we'll just follow.
And if we screw up, then we'll just redo it. I think, honestly, we should try to get down here. Everyone should be here at 8 o'clock. And just hang out at 8 o'clock. Unless you want to come earlier, because if you want to see Club Nouveau, they go on at 7:47.
So as a family, we don't really look at it as replacing. There are a lot of members in our family, and so we've always, if some members couldn't make it, we've always had backup. We've always had an extra sister or an extra brother, and we've all learned the music growing up. So.
Great, man. That's 80s, man. I love it, Mom.
We actually performed a lot with our brothers growing up. They kind of helped us learn more about the business, and that's how we got into it. So.
We've been in this salt together now like 5 or 6 years. Shared this load together, even shed a few tears. Someone said it wouldn't be easy, only be perfect a while. The struggles we went through together, it always makes me smile.
Jet 17, they were a group that was formed. Those are my younger siblings. And my parents had, what, 7 or 8 more children after the original.
Well, we pretty much was kind of like mini Jets. We were just the second generation of them, so we did a lot of the same kind of lineup, brothers and sisters, pop R&B sound.
We ended up doing a record, releasing it. I went to Hollywood in 2003 trying to shop the band. Right at the get-go when we were out there were suggestions made to my sisters, my younger sisters in Jet 17, that you gotta get away from this wholesome image. And I just remember Tally, my sister Tally and them just saying, you know, we're not gonna go in that direction. And the interest left.
And I can't forget as I reminisce, thinking back how it started.
So you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to do this thing.
Yeah.
Shine the dust off of this. And
There can't be that much dust on it.
well, I haven't played this in a while, so.
Say a prayer in here, guys.
Guys, come on. Okay.
Please bless us to have the spirit of entertainment and the talent which thou hast given. We may be able to remember our parts and say these things in the name of the Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. Right.
Everybody.
Let's do it. Come on, you guys can join in.
Amina, get over there. Amina, come on, Amina.
Amina, girl.
With your hand.
Everyone take it. Come on.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to see you guys.
Oh, wow, you guys killed it.
Thank you. I can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you.
I'm actually a fan.
We're a fan of y'all too. So the same thing here. Let's go, everybody. Let's get this going.
All right. Hello. I'm Alan. Nice to meet you. Pleasure. Hello. Welcome. How you doing, buddy? All right.
It was December time. Give it up if you missed the 80s and 90s. Well, I know we definitely missed the music, and so far tonight we've got a nice little taste of that. But right now, on the stage, a family band. All right. You know their songs. Originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota, but coming to us tonight from Salt Lake City, Utah. Arlene's Arena, make some noise for the Jets!
The Jets have always been known as a live band, and that has been the essence of our magic, you know, of what we've been known for. You know, when we came out with New Edition and New Kids on the Block and a lot of these bands that we came out with, one thing that did set us apart, we actually played our instruments and played as an actual band. And I think a lot of people that came and saw us, they were shocked with that. There's a bunch of young band members and they actually played, these are real musicians.
But overall, was it all right?
I mean, it was great. It was great. You know, I wondered about how you guys felt about it because I saw,
Yeah.
you know, the sound was off.
Yeah.
And having.
Well, this is a track show. We don't really do well in a track show.
Oh, goodness, that was good.
Right. So that's another thing I don't know because I've never been. Okay. So I don't know what. I think you guys did a great job.
Really, in terms
Yeah.
of the front house, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes what's on here doesn't necessarily translate over there. And if you're saying visually it looked good, then it could have been better. I know what you're talking about. Because I kept looking.
I'm not comfortable with the tracks. The tracks to me, there's no ending. There should be drums. There should be like a drum ending to all the songs.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Fix the tracks. To me, that they were just.
Well, the next two shows are live shows, which is I'm glad we're doing.
Oh, they
Tony,
are.
Actually, all the shows except one
Did you
more.
guys? Yeah. Rudy, someone wants you.
Yes.
Did you guys?
Hey! About time! About time you come out the mothballs! Woo! Good show, man. Good show, look at you.
Oh my goodness.
So y'all gotta give him more back.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all got him doing all the work.
Well, he's not holding the guitar.
Singleton, Ernie Singleton.
Wow.
Man, this is the man right here.
Wow, what's my wife Sarah?
Yeah.
Little baby.
Sarah, hey there.
This is
How
baby.
are you?
I'm very good. This is number 13.
Get out of here. Wait a minute. You got 13 kids?
Yeah, 13 kids.
What, you got 2 wives?
Well, he doesn't have
You got 2
it.
wives? Wait, now. You had 13 kids, girl?
Yeah.
Well, how you do that?
Magic.
What we do, man?
Have you seen my husband?
You trying to do that music? You trying to pass up? You trying to break the family record?
Not quite. But
Yeah.
Number 13. Wow.
Well, we started in 2013 when our son graduated from high
That's
school.
when you started coming back.
It was like,
Freedom.
oh, you know.
That's good. Well, your music is still out there.
And we just did about 5 shows that first year, I think, or maybe 6. And then,
about 6.
Then about 13 the next year, and about 15 last year.
my
So
goodness.
it's kind of
up there.
Especially with
creeping
that
up.
rap.
One of the experiences that New Shoes and the Jets and Tiffany, you go through this cycle where you're hot one day and then you're not. And then you rely on your hits. And people remember you. And luckily, you know, after 20 years, groups like the Jets and Tiffany and New Shoes now have an opportunity to go out there and perform again.
You are the catalyst.
Good to see you.
We wanted to take a picture with her. We did a lot of concerts with her. So we were signed and we had a hit, and so MCA put her on our little tour so that we can kind of piggyback together with her. And then she was doing all of these. Remember the high school things Heidi we did?
Malls. She did
Malls.
The mall,
She did the
yeah.
mall. Before she did the mall, she did the high school contest winners. And so that's how that all worked. And I think at the time, Tiffany had a crush on this guy.
She liked New Kids on the Block.
They came later, honey. They came later.
You know, when we started in Salt Lake City, we had 2 good friends that would come over every day. Eddie Lavatai and Eugene Hunt. They just lived like a block away from our house.
And we were just like a cover band here in Utah for many years. And then my parents realized that we couldn't do anything here.
We had gotten a call from someone somewhere, said, hey, there's an agent in LA that you gotta go see. You know, I think his name was Jose or something like that. And so, he, you know, saying that we'll be able to get into Disneyland. Yes, Disneyland, you know, we wanna get in there, man.
We had saved enough money to go to California, go to Disneyland, and actually to go and audition to see if we can perform at Disneyland, because they have bands that play there and the bandstand. And so it went there and we auditioned, and the guy is like, yeah, maybe try back in a couple of years. And we were kind of depressed.
But I remember after that, we did go up as we were driving, I think it's the 101 there in LA, saw the MCA sign.
And my dad had this impression. He says, look, we're going to be back here. This is going to be our record company at some point. And we just believed it.
So we had this great, beautiful view of the sun going down, and my dad, we were all in the grass part, just looking down at the LA area. And my dad just said something profound. He just goes, one day we're going to be at this company.
And it was kind of prophetic in a way, because all of us were like, sure, Dad. But I think we had faith that what he was saying was going to happen.
His mom called. The Osmond are looking for a Polynesian. So, for their movie called Coin Coconut. It was filmed in Hawaii. They need some Polynesian to come and audition, to be in the promotion.
From big celebrity luau to kick off Donnie Marie's first motion picture, going coconuts.
Aloha!
Hey! I wanna go back to my little grass shack in Kealakekau, Hawaii.
So we told the kids, hey, we have all the costume, we have everything, our little show that we did in the, let's go audition. The first thing they call is us. Rudy Wolfgram and Catherine Wolfgram. And they hire the sisters, the in-laws, they hire all of them to be the dancer. After that promotion, I guess there was a big place in Canada, it's called Contiki in Vancouver. They saw the promotion and they called Alan Osman, so they gave our number. That's how we got the job from Vancouver. They called, they want us to come perform at the Contiki.
You know, we moved all over the country, went to Canada, moved to the Midwest, became a big group out there, doing top 40 music.
And it was pretty much a Polynesian review show for luau's in these hotels. Well, unfortunately, the place went bankrupt after a year. I think maybe 2 years of that. And we were literally stranded in Minneapolis when that happened.
When Prince made Minneapolis a big scene, all the record labels were looking for groups outside. That actually became the place where talent was being found.
You know, we needed a name, of course, and I think I was watching TV or something, and I just saw the word Quasar. Hey, our name's Quasar, the most powerful force in the universe. But we were huge fans of Earth, Wind & Fire also. We just loved Earth, Wind & Fire. We grew up with their music and just all their spacey stuff and just their energy.
And we just happened to be at the right place at the right time. We met our manager there. His name was Don Powell.
He's the one that discovered the Jets and helped us sign our label deal with MCA Records.
He came out and brought him out and saw the show, and apparently he had to come back twice because he really loved what he saw.
And he had been out of the music industry. He used to work at Motown, and he retired. But when he was at Motown, he helped manage Stevie Wonder, worked with the Jacksons, Gladys Knight, everyone at Motown.
Lights, we need some lights.
This is a magic night, a night of fantasy. Don't sit there on the shelf, come on and dance with me. The rhythm makes you move, it makes you pop your feet. If you ain't doing nothing, come and dance with me.
And I think we were turned down by about 9 labels. He'd go to LA and come back and say, sorry, didn't like you guys. Go to New York, come back and say, you guys are a terrible version of New Edition. And even one time he came back and says, yeah, they just think you're kind of a poor man's version of Menudo.
The way we got our contract with MCA Records is the MCA wanted to see the band, and at the time we had an arrangement to go out to Reno, a 2-week engagement at the Golden Nugget.
When we were preparing for a showcase, this one was specifically for MCA Records because it seemed like of all the records they kind of passed on us, and they were like the last label to really show some interest.
And so that first week we got there, we were just getting prepared. And what was really interesting about this situation was we had so much opposition. I don't know where it came from, but we had a lot of sound problems.
We started on Tuesday and we just did these shows, but every night our sound something was wrong with either the PA or something. Don Powell fired the first sound guy we brought, flew in another guy. Same thing, Wednesday the guy didn't improve it, something wrong, but what was weird is the band before us or after us, the PA seemed to be okay. You know, and so we didn't understand that. What is going on?
Don Powell flew in like 4 different sound guys. And luckily we got one guy who finally was able to, but there was something freaky about the system out. Now, this is in 1984, and I don't know what it was. It was just something about the equipment wasn't working. The sound wasn't coming together.
My grandfather, maybe there's something a little more than what's happening here. Let me give this PA a blessing. And let me give this, let's turn to God on this one. And so sure enough, he did that. We said a prayer and asked the Lord's help to bless whatever is going wrong here.
We got on a big circle in our dressing room, and he came and he said, I'm gonna bless the whole equipment. And I promise you guys that after I bless, everything will go right. And so he said a prayer and blessed that this night, when Gerald Busby and Louis Sias will come, that everything will go well. It did go well. After his blessing, we got on stage, and it was magical. We did a very, very great 30-minute show, and it was because of that 30-minute show that MCA loved the group and said, we're gonna sign you guys.
All everybody knew was that they were getting this act from Minnesota. I don't think any of us even realized at the time they were originally from the island of Tonga. But what was most shocking is in a world that has seen the Jackson 5 and New Edition, here comes this family of not 3, 4, or 5, but 8 kids who perform, 2 parents that were very involved and very supportive of these kids, but these kids were incredibly talented. I think at the time they ranged from maybe 20 years old down to about 11, the performers. And every one of them played an instrument, performed, sang, etc. It was, the first time we saw them, I think it was very magical.
Curiosity, I've got to know, is she just a plaything? Curiosity, I wanna know, baby, can I pull your string? 'Cause I never told you, found out I've got a crush on you. No more charade, my heart been displayed. You found out I've got a crush on you. 'Cause you got the key, my private number. Exclusively, there's no other heart for me. No, don't let him worry you so. Once I met you, I let go. Cross my broken heart, boy. Cross my broken heart for you. I'm gonna stay this time. Cross my broken heart, boy. Swear I'll never part from you. I want you to be mine. Everybody loves you, ooh, baby, I do you. Everybody loves you, ooh, baby, I do you. Baby, I can rock it to you. Honey, the only thing I can do. Baby, I can rock it all night. One thing I know I can do. I love you. You didn't feel the same.
The way Make It Real became a hit was by accident. It was actually a foul-up. We released Cross My Broken Heart, and then we released Rock It to You, and a radio station out of Miami started playing Make It Real. And it fouled up the whole promotional thing for Rock It to You. And a bunch of other radio stations were going, oh yeah, this might, and all of a sudden they were playing Make It Real all over the country without any promotional dollars. It was just going all over the place. And so I believe that the record label had to switch gears right away. When we did Make It Real, we had to rush back to a green screen at a local Minnesota news place, and we shot it on like a Channel 11 green screen. And when I look at that video, it's like, that was cheesy because it looks like, you know, it was on video, it wasn't on film. So when you look at Make It Real, there was actually two versions. The one version was done because we needed a video. The second version is we were rehearsing for our 1988 Doritos tour, and so we decided to shoot a video right after rehearsal on that stage. It was the one video that really was, I believe, was done unprofessionally, I think.
This is not Polynesian music.
All the way from Minneapolis, the Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets.
Once again, the Jets.
When I first saw the Jets, it was extraordinary because, you know, you have different musicians who are really big at that time, Michael Jackson and Madonna. They had their aura, right, of greatness. They brought this joy to music. So they carried that vibe with them and then performed it, and their music was upbeat. So I just really loved the impact their music had on the emotion of the music in the 1980s.
The days of the Jacksons 5 and the Jacksons had passed, but New Edition was breaking. There was a sound coming out of Minnesota where the Jets came from. There was a big youth movement. At that time, MCA had been coming off some very lean years and had just started developing hit acts, and the Jets were really one of those early hit acts that helped really relaunch MCA as a major player in the business.
Well, my brother Leroy is the eldest of the family, you know, pretty much the mastermind behind the group. He's taught us all. And, you know, we didn't realize this last year that he's been losing a lot of weight. And I don't know, we've just been seeing a decline in his weight and his skin looking real pale. And we've been asking him if he's had any trouble or anything like that. And, you know, he's obviously telling us, no, I'm just fine, you know. I'm not eating anything, but I'm fine.
It doesn't start right away. We work our way back.
And Leroy is a very private person, so he wouldn't tell anyone. I would tell Roy, what's going on? Oh yeah, I'm losing weight because I ate something and I'm just losing weight that way, not knowing he actually was about to have a heart attack, and there was something wrong.
They were fine, yeah. The ones like without the bass, of course. I need one that's called a minus bass.
Yeah.
My dad giving him a blessing in the hotel room after the Las Vegas show, helping him out. And luckily he got home safely, and my mom and dad went to help him out. My dad says, you gotta go. You gotta go to the hospital now.
He was pale, you know, he looked really frail. His feet were swollen. We were at a pool hanging out for Memorial Day, and that's when we kind of were wondering, you know, maybe we should take Roy to the hospital. And we got back later that night from the pool. I went with my parents and took him to the ER.
We just found out that he had coronary artery disease, which kind of runs in the family. My brother had it, and so did my father.
I just was shocked because I had just done a show with him. We just finished the Vegas show. And, you know, it was scary. It was heartbreaking.
He ended up having, I think, a double bypass surgery, and it was pretty close. I think the day he walked in, the doctors told us that, you know, had he come in a day later, we could have lost him. So we are very grateful. In fact, that having him go through all of this has brought the family together. We've had to have some other people kind of fill in for him because the Jets, obviously, we've had a few shows that are booked.
When I found out that Leroy had to have surgery, I was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get through all of this? There is no way. And my mom called me up and says, Rudy, our family has a lot of talent.
And in fact, my son, who plays guitar, he asked him to step in on one of the shows. So he's stepped in and doing some of those solos, and hopefully he'll do them right.
someone called, it turns off. We brought in Heine's kids. I mean, he has a bunch of kids, but we brought in the two that we needed, a guitar player, Heinrich, and another singer that would help sing with Etavise. Hey! And we started rehearsing. I was like, wow, I'm glad that when we started rehearsing with Tihane, it was like rehearsing with my other sisters. She fit very well. Heinrich moves just like, you know, Leroy. He wasn't one of those guys who would just have to play and just sit there, but he could actually do some choreography. I don't know how it's going to work out in Salt Lake, but this rehearsal's great.
Yeah, well, we've only been playing for a couple hundred people here and there, and today it's a big arena, and they said it's almost sold out, so I'm really nervous, but hopefully I'll do good and I'll mess up, and I'm excited too.
I think tonight there's going to be about 15,000 plus people, I don't know, anywhere from that range. I definitely know this will be the most people I've performed in front of in my life.
Well, besides the Jets, you know, I have 13 children, and I think unlike some of my siblings, I'm carrying on in the footsteps of my father, and I got them all into music, and now they've got their own band.
I accept everything that I can't change. All I can be is grateful.
13 Crowns is my brother's kids, and they're the new Jets in a way, because one of the things that we wanted to do was carry on the legacy, and that's what they're doing. They're actually carrying on the legacy of the Jets.
I married a musician, and my wife teaches them vocals, and I teach them instruments, so we're kind of doing the same things that my father did. We're pursuing record labels and just having them perform. And they just finished a 55-city school tour, and that's been fun for them to get the experience. Unlike myself and my siblings, we had to play bars and clubs and smoky environments, and I tell my children, you know, you're lucky that you get just to play to your peers, you know, at schools, and, you know, bypass the whole club thing.
Just let the track to the next one right away.
We were supposed to do a live show for this show, but because Leroy wasn't going to be there, I told the promoter this has to be a track show. I was really worried for Tihane and them. You know, here we're going to do a big show. We had all these big names: Salt and Pepper, Vanilla Ice, Color Me Bad, a lot of these big names. And then we were coming up, and we didn't have our full Jets show together. So one odd thing that happens, and you never want things like this to happen, but Heinrich was, you know, kind of playing, rehearsing backstage. He puts his guitar down, and somehow it falls and breaks. And this is like an hour before the show.
Heine set his bass right here, leaning on the back of this couch, which is not a good idea, by the way. So then Son followed suit and set his guitar right here. And then Heinrich was sitting back here, and he went like this and knocked the bass this way, which hit the guitar, which fell and snapped the neck.
We called a cousin who had guitars, and she was coming to the show anyways.
I was thinking, okay, we're in our hometown, we're in Salt Lake City, we have tons of cousins, and I went ahead and I called one of our first cousins, and probably 40 minutes out from showtime, she brought it in, tuned it up real quick, and we went right on stage, and it literally worked.
So luckily, we were blessed to be in Salt Lake when that happened.
Oh, this is such amazing things just happen, you know?
Yeah.
Never know.
I love you so much, City. Somebody say hey.
Can you hear us, Roy? We're doing good. We're actually about to say a prayer. Amen. Okay, come on, everyone.
Okay.
Let's do it.
When Tihane and Heinrich got off the stage, they were like blown away. Because this is what it's like. I told them, this is what it's like to be in front of 16, 17,000 people. And they were loving it. I mean, Tihane said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
My first thoughts were like, wow, you know, I've been wanting to go to Tonga my whole life. I've heard all about the islands, and I just thought of us, you know, I thought of myself playing under a coconut tree or whatever, but turns out we were going to be playing at the Palace, and that made it a little more stressful, at least for me.
Tonga was actually really, for our family, our personal view of what was most important to our family, it was Tonga.
We came to America to look for an opportunity for, you know, and here we are, make it and go back to Tonga and share that with our people.
And then taking all of us back on a chartered plane back to Tonga, and we land there, it's like, you know, we're delayed weather-wise, and you know, we were worried that no one would be there at the airport. Well, they all stayed, all the people that were waiting there.
It was like the Beatles, you know, landing in America or something. It was that crazy, you know, girls were like, you know, almost pushing the fence over and yelling like, Rudy, Leroy, and my name, and I was like, oh, wow, they know who the heck we are.
We got there about 3 in the morning. We started coming out of the plane about 4. And to hear the bands playing, the big welcome, all the people still out there, it just amazed us.
And the fun thing is because when they start putting together, they ask how the people can't pay, because so poor.
The people couldn't afford the tickets, so we like, okay, how about $10? And they're like, still too much. So a couple months later, they're like, okay, how about $5? Well, can the people pay $5? And you know, our uncle, who was the translator for the king, said, actually, the people are really poor. Is there any way you guys can just come and do it for free?
But we wanted the people to come and enjoy. The manager said, no, we have to charge them. we had meetings and we said, no, we want to go back and give back to the people and let them know how much we love Tonga.
They want us to do like 3 or 4 free shows in the big stadium they had there, and also perform for the king.
And when we tried to get the king to come there, the king said, no, he's not coming to the stadium. He told the manager, I saw the kids perform for President of America on the lawn in the Easter, you know. I rather have them come play, perform out there in the palace.
We're playing funk music, we're on the grass, the ocean's in back of us, and it's kind of like, wait a second, we're not in Kansas anymore.
But it was more amazing for my parents, both my mom and my dad, who sacrificed so much to come to this country and to make it. And then to see all the Tongan people, see a Tongan family making it in America. We had a stamp made of the Jets. You come to America to do something with your life, to make something of yourself. So now we have Tongans in sports, Tongans in business, Tongans doing all kinds of things. And not just the Tongans, but just Polynesia in general, the Hawaiians, the Samoans, the Tahitians. If the Jets can make it and do something, well, I can do something.
Bands like the Jets were sort of left on the outs in terms of commercial viability. And to be frank, a lot of people in the music industry who made this kind of music and who produced this kind of music sort of saw their careers change as well. It was a changing of the guard in the music business, something that happens every decade, every half decade in this business.
What happened in the 90s, it just felt like they fell away. Music and the music industry in itself is really about who's getting the headlines, who's getting the attention, where's the spotlight on. And as soon as the spotlight moved off of the Jets, they had 5-6 years that were fantastic. The spotlight moved and a whole new generation of listeners attached to other music groups and other musicians, and it just felt like the Jets were lost.
You know, they say in pop music, you're about as good as your last hit. And in pop music, you could be on the top 1 month, and then 3 months later, you're like, where is he? You know, where are they?
We literally had 8 top 10 hits, sold over 3 million records. We had done 3 world tours. We had performed at the Seoul, Korea Olympics, won the best group in the Budokan in Tokyo. We had gone to Montreux, Switzerland, played the music festival there. It was just like a whirlwind.
But it was a tough time for the Jets. You know, we were kind of lost. We had, you know, we went from being on the top of the industry to as soon as the 90s rolled around, especially 91, 92. You know, they were not interested in 80s groups and in anything poppy at all.
And all the pop acts like us in the 80s were now kind of, oh gosh, that's old. You had hip hop, and then you had gangster rap coming up.
We literally, when we got to the point where MCA wanted us to do the best of the Jets, and wow, are we that old already?
I do remember my parents, especially our manager, saying there's going to come a day where you're no longer going to be in this situation. And we didn't believe it at the time. We were just excited, and it started happening.
I remember I think our manager used to tell us, the music business is like a rocket ship. You get inside, it's a ride of your life, but once that rocket ship comes down, it's down.
One of the biggest problems that a lot of groups face is that you're gonna go up, you're gonna be the new kid on the block, and they're gonna treat you great, you're gonna love it, you love it, and all of a sudden you start to peak, and then you're gonna start go down. And when that happens, a lot of groups just kind of go away, or they try to stay relevant. A good example of someone who stays relevant is Madonna. You know, Madonna had to reinvent herself over and over and over. And, you know, there are ways of doing that. We didn't want to pay that price. One of the suggestions that was given to us at MCA Records at the time was, okay, you guys are known as teeny bopper, clean. Well, let's just change your image. Let's, you girls, why don't you, show more flesh? Let's change our content. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about other things that might be maybe naughty.
You know, one of the things that they wanted to do with the group was, especially for the sisters, was have them kind of dress a little more risque, show more cleavage. In fact, I did hear them say, we're selling sex here, and this just image is just not going to fit, especially going into the 90s now. And they thought maybe Prince could help beef up your sound, and they presented a couple of songs. He presented it to us, and I just remember one of the songs, I think it was called Twinkies or something, but it really wasn't talking about Twinkies.
And that's when everybody come home and we had a family meeting and everybody agreed. They don't want to change the image to be bad and to make it famous in changing our way of life. And this is what we believe. We were raised up and they're not going to go for it.
And of course it came to a head and we departed. We split ways with Don Powell. And a little bit time after that, MCA also dropped us as an act.
Our record label released the Best of the Jets. That kind of showed us that, hey, things are about to change. And right after that Best of the Jets, we went through a bankruptcy and boom, they just got rid of us.
By the time I was 18, I was a millionaire, so to speak. We toured and by the time I was 21, we were bankrupt. Not literally by anything that I have done, but just through management and bad business decisions that people were making on our behalf.
I became the manager of the group at the time with another guy, and we started shopping the Jets. And we thought that, well, we had 8 top 10 hits. What is this? And could not get anyone to sign the group. And so we decided to do, okay, if no one's going to sign us, we'll go independent.
We just figured, let's just stick to what we are. We can't be something we're not. We're a literal band, which led to the first album we did outside of MCA Records. It was the very first independent record.
And we came out with a new album called Love People. When we shot the Love People song, we were in California at the time and just shooting with video, trying to make it look like film because all of our hit songs were all on 35mm cameras. They were shot by 2 returned missionaries that came off and, they went on to become the creators of Yo Gabba Gabba, Christian Jacobs and Scott Schultz. It was a different video. It was a different whole take on the Jets. It's one thing to have an album, but you need a big machinery behind you. You need money behind you. You need promotional dollars. You need distribution. And so we released this record hoping that somehow those things will just come into place. Never did.
In the latter years, as things started kind of coming down, to go back to these clubs that unfortunately we had to go back to because, we can't stay on top forever.
Luckily, we had an agency out of Las Vegas, casinos in Las Vegas, and fairs, just anywhere, clubs. And sometimes we would be in places where there would be like 1 or 2 people there watching us.
It's not fun to be playing at an arena one year and then, like the movie Spinal Tap, we were right next to the puppet show at a fair, literally.
My dad always said, do the best. I don't care if there's 2 people there or 5 million. Always do the best. So that had always been our mission statement in terms of our band and live.
Like watching sunshine through the rain. Like finding joy.
Let's do it.
I'm not a doctor. You know, I've never worked 9 to 5 in my life. All I know is music, and as I talk to Sarah, I'm like, you know what, dear? I think that it's music. We got to do this. Let's at least give our kids a chance and give them a try.
I was so grateful that Heine and Sarah, had these kids that were talented. And it's like, it's a repeat. The Jets all over again. This is the new generation. They're taking all the life lessons of what we went through at the Jets and hopefully helping their kids go forward.
That was the most amazing, I just wanted to have a dance party the entire time.
But I'm finding the same obstacles that my father had, just realizing it's not easy trying to get into a business or do something that's, first of all, it's not really family oriented. It really takes you away from your family. There's a lot of traveling.
The music business in the 1980s is not the music business of the new millennia.
Getting a song out there to the public, I know it's a lot different from our day, but still, it's kind of like winning the lottery. Like everything has to be kind of in order for everything to fall into place.
How you feeling?
Guitar here. Grab this for here.
All right.
This thing keeps me alive.
What were they?
Leroy. And then basically, because my heart is at 20%, and if it bottoms out, this thing kicks in about 70 megawatts of electricity into my boom, boom, and my heart keep me alive.
Tell me, will you be playing a lot of keyboards this time?
Yeah, I'll be playing a lot of keyboards just because the fact that I need to kind of sit down a little more versus, doing that, but it should be a lot of fun. I'm a kind of a guy that's just, there's a reason and purpose for all things, So it's been a journey for me, I guess you could say. A spiritual one as well as a physical one. And I see life and music, for that matter, in a whole different light,
In some of the shows we'll be doing, he'll be sitting, and Heinrich will still be filling in on guitar. And but Leroy wants to hold the guitar, so he'll be holding the guitar. I'm like, won't that put more pressure on your heart?
Hey, your keys? 217 is that way.
Love you, ooh, ooh.
Okay, verse. Start with her.
Many girls have come to you with the lie that
Great.
wasn't true.
Pass them by.
You're in the scenery.
Break again.
Eyes don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try?
I gotta educate you.
Well, we are in the
Toto's,
dressing room. It looks like
greatest-
Toto was just
greatest
here.
band of all
One of
time.
our favorite songs, Rosanna. You know, Africa. We have, you know, all those great songs. So it's good to be here.
Yes, it was awesome. Took me right back to childhood.
I'm not as young as you guys, man.
Thank you. It was one of my teenage dreams was to see y'all. I never had a chance.
I got a call from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And when he called, I go, "This is Jimmy Jam," and I didn't really believe. And they, yeah, we want you to come home to the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl will be there. It was such a treat knowing that we would actually go home and finally be where it all started.
This is the last one here before the sax comes in.
As long as you can, as long as you freaking can. I mean, we're just gonna sit there.
It's gonna be too cold, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be
It's gonna be cold.
It's kind of cool. Yeah. And just do whatever. Or whatever.
You rocked to the Jets back in the day, right?
I did. I did. It was one of my first concerts.
Oh, awesome.
I know. As a very small person, just so you know.
So when I was younger and used to listen to the Jets, I would literally take a spray bottle, spray water on my eyes, and then sing to the mirror as the water went down to pretend I was crying.
Drama, yeah.
And then it was a little dramatic. And then then I would go into the more upbeat songs and then, do the dance
Get
moves
into
and
it.
stuff, which I will not show you.
Wow, that's, yeah.
This far side break, I really like that.
Stand by.
I'm sorry. I just saw a song with the Jets hit number 3 on the music charts with the song "Crush on You." I had it on my tape player, my little recorder. I did on the radio.
And so we got an email from the production manager saying it's looking like being out in the cold, the monitor system has frozen over. How do you have a big concert in below zero weather?
Maybe it's, yeah, this would be it.
Well, we are here at the in our green room at the Super Bowl Live, getting ready to get on stage. We are thawing out a little bit, but we shall be on stage in about an hour. So before the big freeze, I got to get these hands, the dexterity in the hands, just trying to get them all loose. Because they're probably going to turn into rock solid popsicles in about 5 minutes on stage.
I'm not gonna be out there as long as everybody else, so. And I'm hoping by the time I get out there, I'm not playing along with some ice cubes out there.
We came down, we go, wow, it feels like Minnesota. Cold and that's what it is.
We forgot.
It's disrespectfully cold.
Welcome us back.
Hey man, thank you for having my brother there.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Thank you.
That's my brother right there. You know, and we grew up together in every way. Sports, music, everything. But his dad was the only dad I ever knew.
Oh wow.
It's the only dad I ever knew. Thank you for having them on.
Oh, no, you're right.
And I'll see you up on the stage.
Okay. Would you mind seeing the prayer for us?
You want me to say the prayer?
Yes.
Yes.
We'd love to have you see the prayer.
Hey guys, just on
Okay.
back.
Okay.
That's all right.
Dear
This is
Lord.
Stacy.
Okay, who's having a prayer?
Dear Lord, I thank you for this great moment for us as family to come together. We love you, and you've been so great to all of us. And I know you've been great to me, and it's great to be. Thank you for letting me play with the Jets today, Lord. It's an honor and a privilege, and we love you and we bless you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. It's up here, guys. Everybody in the middle. Everybody, come on. Rick, get in here. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
Put your hands together for the Jets! I think we got a crush on you!
I think it might go down as the coldest performance in history.
The Jets consist of 8 brothers and sisters born and raised in the Twin Cities, who then moved away from the cold to LA.
You forget it real fast.
Taking the stage with wind chills below zero, they were reminded very quickly.
You usually use your towels as performers for sweat. Now you're using your towels for your nose. And that's kind of embarrassing. You're looking around and it's coming down and you're just, you know.
My brother had 3 guitar solos to do. The first solo, he barely made it. You know, there was maybe one note he made. The second solo, it was getting sparse. And the third one, I didn't know if he hit a right note at all. It was like, literally.
I had no gloves, but they had a heater there. So I would be like this, going to that heater, putting my hands there, coming back up.
For 30 minutes, they give a performance they say they'll be talking about for the rest of their lives. And they are proud.
We're here. This is our home. This is what it's all about.
Well, the show that we are starting, Residency, is really going to be an experience, like Leroy said. We are taking you, doing things that we've never done before, where it's going to be kind of like semi-Broadway, but with a live band. And of course, we're hosting the show, so I think that's what makes it unique.
This really brings us great memories because, you know, we did the bar band for a while back in the 90s. And just to actually be back and have a residency of our own, it's just a blessing for us.
Getting here has been an amazing journey. If you think about what we just went through for the last 3 years, the breakup of the group, and us brothers, we look at it as an opportunity to finally do something on our own.
What we're bringing actually is probably unique because I don't think they don't have any 80s or 90s music in Vegas.
Right.
You have Motown, you have you know, magicians and all kinds of other acts. So I think we are setting a trend, honestly.
Normally people come see the Jets. Well, they're going to see the Jets, but they're also going to take them on a tour back to where we came from, our era, 80s and 90s. That's when the Jets were hot. So we're excited about that, very excited.
Tonight, it's been a year. We met each other here.
And I look back to the history of our music, and I just say, as long as it touches people for good, you know.
What I love about the entertainment business is it makes people happy, especially music. When you meet the fans and they tell you, oh, this helped me through a bad time in my life, either I was dating or going through high school or whatever it was, there's always a story.
Every meeting that we had, my parents would just drill that into us, is that families first. That families can work together, that families can stay together.
The family, to me, is probably the most important key of my life. You know, traveling with our family definitely helped save us from all the pitfalls. You know, people always ask us, how did we survive the drugs, you know, the sex, the rock and roll, everything that goes with it. And I can honestly tell you that it's all there. And regardless of that, it didn't matter, you know, whether we walked away with millions or not. Just having our family together was the greatest thing to me.
You know, if there's anything I've learned out of this, it's that time is precious, family is precious, and that's what matters, you know what I mean? And that's what I've learned, and I'm just so grateful that I can still do music.
All you ever do now is complain. Said you change your ways, but you're stuck in the same old game. When we're trying to work this out, we both can't keep it strong, cause we know we don't belong. And all the times you try to show me, try to compromise the mistakes you can't explain. Baby, don't get me wrong, but my life can't carry on with a love that won't last long. Cause I need somebody who looks good on the inside, someone who will be there for me all times. And if it's you, I need to know. Gotta be you, regardless of my physical identity. Someone who's got some real inner qualities. And if it's you, I need to know. Do you not understand what I'm saying? I'm so sick and tired of feeling like you don't care. Baby, what we need is to just keep it as friends, cause I know it's just pretend. I'm not the type to just mess it with your heart or mind, or refuse to love someone for fun. I still believe that everyone should truly share how to deal with those they can. Cause I need somebody who looks good on the inside, someone who will be there for me all times. And if it's you, I need to know. Gotta be you, regardless of my physical identity. Someone who's got some real inner qualities. inequality personality. Ooh, yeah. Said inequality personality.